Hello, hello everybody, and welcome to another WWE 2K video. It's a bit late in the cycle from where I normally do this. I normally do this kind of video a lot earlier, but I've been doing other content as well as doing a lot more of my faction content. But we're here, so some people actually always get annoyed that they have to change the wrestler, especially if wrestlers have like two different personas or do different characters. So take Kevin Nash, aka Diesel, or Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon. Was Razor first and became Scott Hall. Was Diesel first, like in WWE, WWF, and then WCW became Kevin Nash. And sometimes they like to have them all in one. Same with different wrestlers that have different attires on different models in the game. So I'm going to show you how to get around that. So you got Kevin Nash Outsiders. We're just going to click on Kevin Nash. You choose whatever model that you want to stick with. If you want to have Diesel and then transfer the Kevin Nash attires onto him, you can. It's the same process. So what you do is go to attire. So we want some Diesel attire on this Kevin Nash. So what you do is you get rid of delete entrance, yes, because that'll make it easier a bit later on. Unfortunately, we can't delete the attire here. Unfortunately, it would make it a lot easier. What they should do is just delete the attire, so he's just in shorts or something. But what you do is go into import area. Once you've downloaded, you go to Diesel, and because there's two, it will create an alternative attire. So you want a backup one as well. So as you can see, I've got the original Diesel and I've got some alternative attires as well. So what we're going to do is put the original ring attire onto Diesel, right hand, bottoms, elbow pad, boots. There you go. Then you just go into edit attire, clothing, upper body. Just double check everything, and that it's got rid of the it's replaced. And then you just go to here, import attires. See, that's how it should. It should, when you delete it on the other one, it should just come like that. What tattoos has he got? See Kevin's tattoos there. I don't know if they're like up-to-date tattoos or not, or they're just tattoos from that time period. I don't know. So you go to original entrance attire, bing, bang, bosh, and it is done. So now we've got the Diesel attire on Kevin Nash. Now you don't want to waste the second slot. So that's why you should download from the community creations. And they do some good stuff there. I saw one what was Big Daddy. It said Big Daddy ring attire 1 and 2. Okay, that's cool. But they also add an Outsiders. So I do actually need. I'm going to do the Outsiders version of Big Daddy Cool, which I think is quite cool. And then I need to find one that's on its own, so I can then add it to the Outsiders ring, the Big Daddy attire, because you don't want just one attire on its own. And then import attire. Entrance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and done. There you go. You got Big Daddy called Diesel attire, but as the Outsiders, which I think is actually pretty cool. Whoever came up with that, nice going there. So then what you do is you go to personal information, you go no to alternative attire, and you go to naming information. So what you put your name in is, because it's the diesel attire, you just put on the Kevin Nash model, you just go, where's, are they? It's not how you spell diesel, is it? I'm having a brain fart of a moment and I can't spell diesel. Let me just quickly check on my phone. Diesel. There you go. D-I-E. D-I-E-S-E-L. So diesel stroke D out. D outsiders, as in diesel outsiders. Enter. No, because you want everything else kept as it is. Then you go to accept. Then you go back to use as alternative attire and go yes. And then accept. Then accept. You're about to say, would you like to continue? Yes, save and complete. And there you go. You've now got... Ooh, I can upload it to communications as my own, but I don't not want to do that. Because that second part was not my work, so I don't really want to do that. Even though it's on the Kevin Nash model, that's why I'm able to upload it as mine then, because it's on the Kevin Nash model, not the diesel model. But I don't really want to take credit for somebody else's work, you see. I'm not like that. Then we go back to Superstars. Go back to Kevin Nash. And because he's outsiders, I should have done the outsiders both together, shouldn't I? Because he's got an outsiders, Kevin Nash outsiders there, it's a different model and his appearance is different. So what you can do as well then is then go back into here, into his normal Kevin Nash one. Because they were separate models, but they put them together as alternatives. But the hair and the beard and that is slightly different. So what you do is go to attire. Again, click on that, delete that. Import attire. Go down to Kevin Nash. And go to Kevin Nash Outsiders Ring Attire. There you go, that overwrites everything else. So just double check. Clothing, my body. Yeah, so there's not two things. So it overrides it. Before it didn't override it and you had to delete the other attire that it's overtaken, but now it does override it, which is good because it does make it quicker. And again, you just import attire. Kevin Nash Outsiders entrance attire. He doesn't have a jacket for the Outsiders entrance attire. Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to edit attire, go to clothing, upper body, jackets. And I'm going to find a Kevin Nash attire. Put a Shawn Michaels jacket on in there. So let's go to it. So we go to a WWE. You got best jackets. Let's go to WWE jackets. I'm not sure if Big Kev's would come under as a jacket or an alternate attire. Who's that? Oh, that's yeah. I know his jacket that is. Oh, one of CM Punk's jackets in it, which is locked. Yeah, that's on the island. What's a Kevin Nash jacket? Part of the $1 Million Corporation. Diesel joins the $1 Million Corporation. Shame we don't have the $1 Million Man Dead TBRC anymore. They kept his music in, then you could just create him as a creative wrestler. Because you still got all his parts in here. Got something hidden in my faction there. There's a Scott Hall jacket there. The Outsiders. But we'll stick with his jacket there. Don't know if it says it. No, it doesn't have any words on it or anything. But we will change the colour. We'll change it to red. And then we'll change that bit to black and do it that way. So it fits in with the colour scheme. I think the red's a bit too dark though. Maybe we can lighten it up a bit to match the rest of his attire. There we go. And accept. There you go. I don't know. I swear he had the jacket last year as part of his entrance attire. There you go. You've now got the Outsiders attire on the first Kevin Nash model. But again, we need to fill out this second slot, don't we? So, import. And we go to go back to Big Daddy called Diesel. And we go to Big Daddy. One of Diesel's other attires. He did have many. And then we go to his entrance attire. Bing bam bosh boom. And there you go. So again, like last time, you go to personal information, you click no to the alternative attire, and then you just change the name to Outsiders. Enter. No, because I didn't put the other bit in either. Outsiders. Ain't got enough work there. Just call it Big Daddy. Cool. Enter. No, we don't want it to take over anything else. Come out. Uses alternative tyre. Yes. Accept. Accept. Save and complete. And there you go. So now I know what you're saying. That's going to take up more space. Nah, no. Because what you do once you've completed that, you go and delete the ones that you downloaded for, because that's on an alternative to diesel. So then you just delete that from your thing. So you go to Superstar. You go to Diesel. You go to Big Daddy Outsiders. Oh no, you can't do it that way, can you? Oh, that's Big Daddy, not Big Daddy. Cool. So I could have had it as just as Big Daddy, couldn't I? Ah. Okay, so easy to correct. Just go back to Kevin. Go to Outsiders Big Daddy Cool 2. That wasn't that one, was it? Okay, I do apologise. I'm getting a bit confused here myself. So you've got Kevin Nash Outsiders, Diesel, D Outsiders, Outsiders, Big Daddy Cool. So yeah, it's that one. So just go to personal information, go to use alternative tyre, go back to naming information, go back to that. Just change it to Big Daddy. Enter. Don't change it anything else. Accept. Oh. Go back to use this alternative tyre, yes, and save. Save and complete. Do not upload. I don't use the diesel model, that's why I'd rather have the diesel tyres on Kevin Nash. I also changed Kevin Nash's entrance music and entrance to diesel. I've done the same with Scott Hall. I changed his music to Razor Ramon's entrance and music. So now I've created, now that's as an alternative tyre. So go to Custom Superstar. Alternative for tyres, there we go. So you've got our one there is Diesel and Outside. Diesel and D Outsiders and Outsiders and Big Daddy. So what we do now is go to this Big Daddy and Outsiders. And we go to delete Superstar. But that doesn't affect the ones that we've already saved as our own. So there you go. That is how you do it. And you can do it with any Superstar. If you're downloading a created Superstar, always make sure there's 2 slots. Because otherwise you're using up more slots if you then download more later on. Always make sure you've got 2 alternative attires that you can fill those 2 slots in, because that does make it a lot better. Like I said, you can use it on any Superstar that has multiple attires or different personas. So say you've got Becky Lynch there. If you unlock Becky Lynch 17 and you've got another Becky Lynch as well somewhere, I don't know if it counts as an alternative attire on this. Or is it only for my... Oh, that's only for my faction, isn't it? It's right, let's oh. She's only got one different attire, so make sure that when you download, when you get Becky 17, you want to put that attire on Becky, onto the modern Becky, you can, but make sure you've got another alternative attire to download and put on in that empty slot as well, because it will save space and slot space. Again, it'll work with any superstar. You know, you got 2 Bianca Belairs. You can put Bianca Belair's attire, 17 attire on the modern Bianca Belair, and then an alternative one that would you download from community creations. Some have more than one. Like you can put all the Bray Wyatts together with the Fiend as well. It's just a shame you can't change the entrance music, entrance attire and music for each attire. That would have been really good. Another person you could do it with, say possibly is, or not possibly, Carmella, with Carmella and Carmella 17. When you unlock that one, you got 2 Charlotte Flairs. The CM Punks when you unlock them in my faction. For the alternative ones, one person that I think's got a few is Hulk Hogan. I mean, you could even put Fatu attire on Rikishi, because of course Rikishi. That's when Rikishi was back as Fatu. You could do the Fiend. You got the Fiend Bray Wyatt 23, and you can use the original the Fiend Bray Wyatt attire on the Fiend Bray Wyatt 23, and then he's a higher attire there. While using that attire, which would be cool. Yeah, you got Hulk Hogan. I think he's got a few attires there. You got Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 5, and King of the Ring 93. But you may want to put all 3 of those attires on Hulk Hogan 09, which you can do. I wouldn't recommend putting Hollywood Hulk Hogan because it's different music. But you got 3 attires there, so you can do the first 2, and then you can do the third one with a downloaded one. See what I mean? So I hope that all makes sense to you. I hope that's a clear enough explanation. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date with all future content. And I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye for now, and take care.